All right, guys, we're out here on the river. We just loaded the boat in at the boat ramp. Now we had a fella give us a box of worms, some old night crawlers, some natives. Look at these guys. Look at that. It's been a long time since I went catfishing with crawlers. And so we're gonna go. We had some hail and some rain last night. I don't know what day it is. It's like May. We're gonna say it's May 20th. Now we're gonna look at my phone. It's May 18th. I was close. At least I got the month right this time. Anyway, we're gonna meander on down the river. We got some shad. We got some bluegill. We got bam bam. We're gonna go meander on down the bank, slide down here, see if we can't get on some catfish, make a good video. I'm hoping the surface temperature dropped a couple degrees, not really much though. It was like getting close to 80 on the surface. Dropped to 74. It dropped about 4 degrees from the rain and the hail last night. But that cold front might be enough to get some of these catfish stirred up. And they've been on bed for about a week now, but they come in waves and they go in waves. So it's tough fishing right now, but hopefully we can get on some. I'm looking at brush piles right now thinking, man, it's an overcast day. We're gonna go down here and throw around on some rocks. There was a tournament here yesterday, so I'm sure, aside from it being hard to fish anyway, it's gonna be harder anyways because of the fishing pressure that has been put onto these fish due to pre-fishing for the tournament than actually fishing the tournament. That really wears on these fish, and they've seen a lot of baits in the past few days. Anyway, let's go sling some more bait at them and see what happens. Peace. We're in 12 foot of water. I really want to fish this stretch of bank real quick. So you see that grass there? I'm gonna go park the butt noses of the boat in that grass. We're just gonna pull up in it and see what happens. We're 14 foot of water now. The channel's on this side. That side's shallow. We go through a channel, gets deep towards this rock wall right here. Then we're gonna start. We may see, nope, we're not gonna see 15 foot. It's starting to come back up now. So I need to slow the boat down, lift up the motor. That's what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna cut it in here at an angle. So that way we can fan cast that area from that wall out that way. Spawning fish. That's what we're chasing. Let's see what we got here. We are in 1 foot of water. That's perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw this down. Throw that down. That's in the mud. That's perfect. Yeah, that's good. Now watch this. We're gonna put our power pole down. Make sure the boat don't swing around too much. All right, power pole's down. All right, guys. We out here in the thick of it. Let's get a knife. I just sharpened the bait knife and my fillet knife. Well, we'll have to figure it out. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but all this is looking pretty good to me. But we really only need four, that's 8. Let's start catching some live baits out of here so we can get a shad out there. Hopefully this low pressure system moving through, even though these fish are up on bed, like I said earlier, I hope it puts us in the game to catch some fish. That's a nice lizard shad right there. I had 2 bluegill out in here. There they are. There they are. Come on down, sunshine. Got this green sunfish I'm wanting to put on these rocks. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Not a dang thing.
Okay, this is a good spot here.
It is a good spot, ain't it?
But I can see our spot from all the way over here. Right over there. So I can see the rock in the water.
Yeah, buddy.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. That's how we want him.
Oh my.
We're trying to get him crushed by a big old flathead. He's a green sunfish, and he's gonna think flathead down there spawning is gonna be like, I gotta kill that before it kills my eggs. For whatever reason, the camera felt like it wanted to stop recording. Anyway, show you guys what we got here. That's a ball of shad. That's what that is.
It's casting bait.
We're gonna sink that bait. We're gonna get it way out there. We got a bunch of them. We got 2 of them close to the bank. This one's right at the channel. We're gonna try and put this one on the far side of the channel.
This out of my face.
Sounded good.
You know.
Nothing fishing that direction. And just in case, there's a creek mouth that lets in right there. There's also one that lets in right there. So there's 2 creeks letting in here. One over there and one over here. So probably pretty rare that you run into a spot where there's 2 creek mouths that intersect on the same river in the same area. But we happen to be at one of those today. Uh-oh. If he gets serious with it, we might have some fun. You guys can't see the full picture though. Right about there is probably perfect. All the rod tips are in view. Yeah, that's pretty cool, guys. We'll start trying that. We'll run that for a little bit. We'll see what it edits like. What'll really suck though is probably when I try to make a shorts. What I've discovered is that if I get bit on one of these side rods and I try to make it into a short, it narrows up the format and so you miss the takedown. So I'll figure it out someday, guys. Uh-oh. 4-pound test. I don't know what we got, but I'm thinking it's channel cat.
Spin it in your pool. It's gonna break it.
Oh, little drum dude.
Yeah. What are we gonna do with him?
We're gonna put him in the live well and we're gonna save him for a live bait. I was hoping to run into one of your kind. Little fun dude. Thank you for the entertainment.
What was that?
I'm gonna save him for a live bait.
I want to see him.
You can see him, baby. Come check him out. He is purple. You think he'll make good fish bait?
Cute.
Cute? Well, maybe Flathead will think he's cute enough to eat. Or a big old blue cat. Now that we know there are some fish roaming around behind the boat. Alright guys, we moved spots. We were fishing right down there about 30 yards or so. We moved 30 yards down. We're marking a bunch of fish. Sometimes you mark fish and then they don't bite. Sometimes you don't mark fish and then the fish bite. It's just part of the way it goes. We're coming up on this flat. Let's get the motor up. Hopefully. Oh yeah, it looks like there's some perch back there too. So hopefully we can get into some of them guys. Yeah, you're scaring me a little bit.
I'm scaring you a little bit. Am I a little bitty rock climber? I am.
Yeah. We're gonna put this one closer to the boat.
I'm gonna get down on a little rock now so I can keep looking for while you fish out the snare.
What the heck happened here?
Daddy,
Okay.
You're fishing and I'm looking with snails, so instead of swimming, I'm doing something else. Ain't I?
Yep.
Oh my god, it's a giant dead snail.
They say if you catch one of these to go ahead and move because you ain't going to catch nothing else. Well, he's going in the box.
Look at this white dead snail.
Yep.
I'm throwing it down the rock.
I was reeling that in and he bit like a bass or something.
He did, but he was a big one, wasn't he?
Yep.
He's a big one.
Yep, bit just like a bass. Just came up and thumped it. He was right by the bank too. Maybe they're about to spawn as well. I don't know. Well, they'll spawn sooner or later. That is for sure.
I can't believe how many snails I
But we're just going to put this crawler. Something like that. You guys see them waves out there? Probably not. You're not aiming that direction, but we're right on the edge of that point.
I thought you were talking to
The
me.
more we get to the point, the bigger the waves get.
I thought you were talking to me.
No, baby, I wasn't.
But I can see little bitty waves, but not those waves.
Those waves out there, baby, look, they're bigger than the waves right here.
Oh.
And they get even worse that way because we're working our way towards the point.
And I'm working my way up the
We
rock.
just missed one guy.
I'm gonna get down and climb a different path of rocks. Okay?
Okay.
I'm still crawling right now. But they creepy. Oh my god.
Oh, I thought it was that rod getting bit.
Oh god.
It was a shad rod.
Wait a minute.
Old blue cat.
Daddy, I caught a dragonfly. Look, it's this dragonfly I caught.
That's pretty cool.
Eee.
Now he'll bite you.
No, he won't now. Look, can't bite me
You guys,
now.
tell me if I'm getting bit back there.
Now I'm gonna put him in my bag.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to get him in the bag. He's a big one, ain't he? Like, I'm not talking about the fish. I'm talking about the dragonfly. Dragonfly's a big one.
He's gonna make the cut on the recipe, guys.
Big dragon. I'm keeping this dragonfly for me.
Oh,
That
good idea, baby.
I caught it. I'd rather be big than let Mimi be happy. So I caught it for Mimi to be happy.
that's awesome, baby. Mimi loves dragonflies.
And I know that's her favorite kind of bug.
She ain't moving. She's doing what she's doing.
Dad, why do you like fishing so much?
Because it's fun, because you never know what you're gonna catch.
I think it is kind of fun.
You never know. You just never know what you're gonna catch. You can't see what's underneath the water surface. You don't know if it's gonna be big. You don't know if it's gonna be small. You don't know if it's gonna be a blue cat or a flathead or a channel catfish or a turtle.
And you never know
Or
what
a
you're going to
gar.
find on the rocks like I'm doing.
Yeah, it's
Like-
the adventure. That's why I like it.
Yeah, because I'm having an adventure, ain't I?
The scenery, which I haven't showed you guys yet. Since Cambry brought it up, we're gonna go ahead and show you.
Show me too, because I don't know about it.
These rocks.
Me.
There's
Hello,
Cambry.
I'm on the rock.
But that's why I like it. I like the
the
view.
dragonfly, guys.
I like the birds. I like the animals.
You like the dragonfly?
I like the dragonflies, yes. I caught everything on that rod. It's bulletproof. Left it out in the summer for 7 years in a row. Bulletproof. That reel on there, Okuma CLX Classic. I think it's a size 40. Bulletproof. Not my favorite reel.
Hey, Daddy, can I show the camera what I got?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me get.
But hang on, I'm having a conversation with him real quick. Catfish Pro rod. I want to tell you guys it's disposable. The reel held up for a year. I caught a 43-pound blue cat on it. It will handle a big fish, no problem. But the reel is a little clunky and a little clanky, and I don't really care for it. But it does have a 5:9 to 1 gear ratio, but it's a small spool, so it's still really slow. The Okuma CLX Classic, the size 40, it's like a 4:1 to 1 gear ratio, I believe. Love the profile of the reel. Love the size of the spool. I see that, baby. I love it. It holds the perfect amount of fishing line. It holds a lot of fishing line. The PC Fun Lehos 400. Good reel. Love that gear ratio. You guys already know it'll handle big fish. Not a fan of the profile. I'm also primarily a monofilament fisherman. That being said, I'm keeping the Lehos reels that I have, 2 of them. I want to put them on bumping sticks. I feel like they'd be really good for that. And fishing with the float, because they'll pick up the line really, really super fast. That being said,
Dad, can I show the camera now?
yeah, show the camera.
I got a dragonfly in it too, and a few snails. But a lot of snails. Look at the bag of snails, Michael. Dad, or whatever. Look.
Yep, that's a bunch.
Look at how fat the dragonfly is.
Yep.
He's fat and big, ain't he?
Back to our fishing pole conversation. All that being said, I am planning on switching all my rods out.
And I'm planning on sitting.
They're all gonna match, except for my bumping stick is gonna be, I don't know yet, because I haven't.
And I'm planning on scooting this ice chest over for a minute so I can get these water snails that are sitting on the rock that's halfway out of the water, because there's even some.
All of my reels are gonna be pin warfare reels,
I need these water
because
snails.
I love the pin products.
I'm gonna try to eat these water snails.
If I wasn't doing YouTube and going fishing all the time the way that I do.
Every time by the rocks there has to be some snails.
Okay.
And water
I'm trying to have a
snails.
conversation here though. This Pin Pursuit 4 size.
Am I not a human? Humans are supposed
The
to
size
talk.
5000 Pin Pursuit 4 rod and reel combo. I think it's $80. If you bought 7 of those, or whatever you're allowed to fish, how many rods you're allowed to fish in your state, that'll cover you on everything. Hybrids, stripers, catfish, channel catfish, blue catfish, flatheads. It'll cover you on everything. Matter of fact, I'm gonna buy 7 of those just for
The water feels kind
7 of those just for channel cats and creek fishing.
Daddy, I'm not cold.
That's perfect, baby. All right, hey, but you're back on the boat. We're gonna go ahead and move these rods.
No, let me get these snails.
Hey, we're gonna be on more rocks down there. There's gonna be more snails down there.
They're not those. That's not the kind of snails there. The water snails are on
Baby.
the rock.
Hurry up and get one of those snails down there. But then we're moving because I'm ready to go somewhere else. All right, guys, we're at another spot. I'll give you guys a look around. Again, we're still fishing a rock bluff. There's some boulders out there, though. There's some boulders out here. There's some boulders behind us. You guys can't see them, they're underwater. But, you know, if you're not fishing a snaggy spot, then are you okay? Some days you just have to call bull crap on them old sayings, huh?
Daddy, I just came here for no.
Well, you still got all this over here to explore. Lucky rod today.
I'm gonna keep going on my nature hike.
really don't know if we're going to need 2 catfish for this recipe or 3 catfish.
I should.
Especially since we're already cleaning the drums.
Thanks for not taking us to our spot. I mean, thank you. Like, thanks. Because since you didn't do that, thanks. Because, I didn't want you to take me to our spot yet, so thanks.
Okay.
Like, you know how people say thanks because you make them mad? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying thank you for not taking us to the spot that I like.
Okay. Well, just wait a minute.
You want to know why?
That's where I hooked him at. That's where someone else has hooked him at. And so I guess that fishing tournament didn't jack him up too bad after all, because he bit the next day.
You still going on in nature from same time.
You are.
Look at those feet prints.
Yep. Anyway, we're going to get a release on this guy.
What was that?
That was a fish.
I'll do that. Okay, then I won't put my arms out of water.
No, or your feet. Keep them underwater. Or you're going to get out and you're just going to sit here and be cold while
I hear popping noises when I go underwater.
Yeah, quit doing that. Go underwater easier. Don't go under at all.
Only when we move spots because I'll be far from the boat because I'll have a life jacket on.
Yeah, well, you're not going to do it at all if you don't quit splashing here.
Oh my god, that's a big one.
I wouldn't quite say that yet. It's a fish though.
Excuse me. Dang. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big one.
Is it a big one? I think it's a small one.
It's a big one.
I don't even know if we made it to the fun size category. We did catch some fish, didn't we?
But he's a big one. You said when you catch a fish. So, do I get on the boat? You said when you catch a fish, I can.
You what? We're not leaving here yet.
The only thing I keep out of the water is my head.
No, keep your head. Yeah, only keep your head out of the water. This dude has been caught so many times,
And I can do this though.
and that eye's gone, and he got hooked right by that eye again.
Show me the eye.
He ain't got an eye on this side. But this is from spawning catfish. He swam up to the wrong nest and he got bit on his noggin. Probably by a flathead or another blue cat. But today's his lucky day. So I'm actually gonna let this guy go.
I'm always gonna be let him go since he doesn't have an eye.
Well, yeah, we're gonna let him go even though he doesn't have an eye.
Because his eye has to heal.
Well, it's already healed over, baby. There ain't one there. We need to check that other night crawler rod, bait it, anything.
I was gonna say you could catch one more fish, and then we could switch.
Oh, do we got a fish on here?
I think.
Maybe a little fish. I think it just drug us into some rocks.
Okay.
It did just drag us into some rocks. Oh.
I told you we caught a fish. Big one. We're about to move spots.
Not yet.
I said we're about to.
Well, we're waiting on this big yellow pole to get took down.
We're waiting for a few more fish.
Yep. We're waiting on a specific fish, really. What
It's
we're
not
waiting
my
on.
fault this water is kind of deep and shallow. Like, you want me to do that?
You guys.
It's not my fault they made the water.
Okay, Bam Bam. Would you guys' wife kill you if you fed her drum and you didn't tell her what you were feeding her? and then you just fed it to her. Come on out of there, sucker. Yep, you swallowed it, bud. Alright, we got it up enough where we can get it out, maybe. Drum bud, looking like he's already spawned out, maybe. I don't know.